Ladies, you are their muse. You are someone that they aspire to be, and they hate that. When someone is jealous of you because they see you as someone they aspire to be, because they are influenced by you in some way, they are inspired by you in some way, sometimes that hurts them and that makes them jealous of you. That makes them treat you badly. That makes them treat you mean because they aspire to be like you. When other people are jealous and envious of your life, envious of you, sometimes it's because they wish they were you. They wish they had the life, the opportunity, the beauty, the charisma that you have. And if they don't have that, they treat you badly. They treat you poorly. Sometimes women who are insecure within themselves, because of their own insecurity, they don't know how to be kind to another woman, especially a woman they somehow admire. When they admire things about you, sometimes it makes them sick to their stomachs because they actually like you. And instead of expressing their like for you, their love for you, their admiration for you like a normal person, they take it out on you. It's like that scenario of, I don't know if you've heard when you were a child, when a boy runs up to you and he hits you, when he's always picking on you, that means he likes you. Well, it's the same way with other women. When women are jealous of other women, it's often because they admire that woman so much so that they feel uncomfortable with themselves. They're looking at your beauty, they're looking at your charisma, they're looking at how people receive you, and they just cannot handle it. They don't understand why not them. That's where envy comes in, where they believe that because you have it, they can't. The women who think that way, they often think that another woman shining is somehow taking something away from them. But what a lot of women don't understand is just because they're around a woman who happens to be beautiful, charismatic, people love her, she has influence, she has beauty, she might have different skills and talents, that doesn't take anything away from them. But when a woman is so intimidated and insecure around another woman, that's when she suddenly feels like she has to tear her down in some way. That's why sometimes, have you ever been in a situation where you're feeling really cute? You know, you feel like you really took your time and put together your outfit, put together your hair, your makeup, what have you. And in those moments, instead of, it might be 15 people complimenting you, and there'll be that one woman who picks out a flaw or says something about you to try to make you feel bad, try to bring down your confidence in some way. Oftentimes, that's the very woman who admires you the most. And not just women, men also. Sometimes when men feel insecure within themselves and they're around you and they see other men admiring you, they actually want to do something to humble you and bring you back down to reality as they see it. People like that don't realize that one person getting recognition doesn't take anything away from them. But when they don't see it that way, that's when they begin to mistreat you. That's when the positive things about you become a problem. That's when you taking your time to do your hair, to put together your clothes, to actually focus on your skincare and your beauty becomes problematic. A woman who is jealous of another woman will always see a woman, especially a woman who she's jealous of. She will always look at you taking care of your beauty as somehow shallow. She will always see you taking care of your health and your fitness. If you're working out and looking good and feeling good, she will suddenly try to convince you that somehow you are being shallow, you are being vain, you are being superficial, and that it doesn't take all of that. Women who have no concern for their beauty, for their outer appearance, not saying it's the most important thing, because you know on this channel, we deal with the inside, we deal with the character and the traits that make you a beautiful person on the inside. But we're not going to say that being a beautiful woman does not help, that pretty privilege is not really a thing, that even charismatic privilege is not a thing. Being a woman who is charming and actually relatable to other people, that is actually a thing. But women who would try to tell you that you need to dumb yourself down in some way in order to stay humble or to stay relatable, that is a woman who is jealous of you. Anytime someone wants to tear you down little bit by little bit, or some people are even bold enough to want to do it all at once. You might love your hair. You took your time to do your hair, to get it done, and the moment you get around them, they'll say that's ugly. That doesn't suit you. I don't like that. Bear in mind, you might not have asked them their opinion, but people who are jealous of you, they're going to offer you their opinion regardless if you ask them or not, especially pertaining to how you look. It's something about women. When they're intimidated by another woman's beauty, they will pinpoint little flaws about you so that they can feel good about themselves. If you might be a woman who has weave in her hair, and I'm going to go there because there are a lot of women, I'm not knocking the natural hair community, I'm not knocking the relaxed hair community, I'm not knocking the weave wearers or the non-weave wearers. But there's some kind of hierarchy here happening, or somehow some kind of caste system where one person is starting to think that they're better than the other. You have the natural hair ladies thinking they are so much better. Not all of them, that goes without saying it, but I have to say it because the internet likes to be confused. The natural hair community tends to think, some people in the community tend to think that they're better than the women who express their beauty and like to adorn themselves with wigs and weaves and extensions. There are also people in the natural community who like to come for women who wear relaxers. Now, while I don't like the idea of over processing your hair with chemicals, I truly believe that a woman's beauty is her business, and the way she wants to make herself look aesthetically pleasing is also her business. Now, you know that I don't advocate for looking like a clown, looking like a character. Look like things, look like things. Use beauty treatments that make you look as beautiful and natural to yourself as possible. But there's nothing wrong with little additives. But I give you that example about natural versus relaxed and no weave versus weave wearers, even no makeup versus makeup wearers. I give you that example because some women use those things to shame other women. And it's because they feel insecure about themselves. And I'm just going to say it how it is. I truly believe some women who wear their hair natural, they're not really comfortable with it. And they're normally the ones who speak the loudest in regards to weaves. Again, I'm not advocating for one or the other. I'm saying that let women be. And when you're a beautiful woman, inside and out, you don't police the moves. You don't police the looks of other women. But when a woman is jealous of another woman, she will actually police your look. She wants you to feel that you are no good because you're wearing weave. You hate yourself because you're wearing a weave. You have on makeup, so you must hate yourself. You're trying to look like a European if you're a black woman. These are the things that jealous women will often say in order to shame other women. And let's reverse that with the women who are natural and confident. You have some women who don't even know what they really look like apart from weave, apart from makeup, that will actually shame women who are wearing the hair that grew directly out of their head. Think about that. Women who are comfortable enough in their skin to wear what God naturally gave them. Not saying that women who don't misunderstand me. If you wear weaves, I'm wearing weave and I love myself, but I also like to change it up and look, extra, extra, extra cute. But women who like to shame women who are naturally beautiful, who have their natural hair, don't wear a stitch of makeup, sometimes they like to shame other women and try to make them feel like they're less than because they're not wearing makeup, because they're not wearing weave, because they're not doing all these excessive things to make themselves look beautiful. Again, jealous people tend to police the appearance of other women. And that's not something that unbothered, confident, wise women do. We do not police the beauty of other women. But when a woman is jealous of you, when she's insecure in your presence, she will suddenly become the sergeant over your life, policing your mood, your attitude, in addition to policing your looks. There's nothing more obnoxious and irritating and annoying to deal with than a woman who always has something to say every time you show up a different way. And let's be real, some women, because they lack the confidence or the motivation to put effort into their looks, into their appearance, into their health and their beauty, they will always police the looks of other women and make them feel, or try to make them feel, like somehow they don't love themselves because they're doing these extra things to beautify themselves. Being beautiful, in my opinion, That is a beautiful gift for a woman. The ability to be able to change up your looks and look good and feel good, whether you do it naturally or with added things, it's a blessing, a beautiful gift as a woman. Your femininity allows you to express yourself in a beautiful way. And it's not just with the things that you wear, but your beauty should be a part of who you are as a woman. That is something you should care about. Not more than your spirit, but it's something you should care about. And when a woman wants you to believe that caring about your beauty is somehow vain and superficial, even some men, they want you to believe that being beautiful is not important. These are your men typically who will convince you that, okay, you don't need this, you don't need makeup, you don't need that, and that's wonderful. I think if a man tells you that you don't need makeup, that's wonderful. That means he loves you natural. But on the other hand of that, you have some men will tell you, especially if you're in a relationship, they will tell you you don't need all of that. But the moment Boo Boo Kitty or Miss Honey walk by with all of her makeup and all of her weave and everything showing, their eyes are a glass, they're just a glaze on that side. It's a double standard. So ladies, that's why when it comes to your beauty and the way you adorn yourself, it should always be classy. It should always be tasteful, but it has to be something that you like first. You cannot be worrying about whether or not somebody is okay with your beauty, with your aesthetic, because people, when they have jealousy, especially back to other women, they will always convince you that being ugly is the standard, that being looking like the bag lady is somehow the standard, that somehow being out of shape and overweight is the standard. They will always try to convince you that looking your worst is looking your best. That's why you never take advice from women who always give you backhanded compliments, not just you, but other people. Do not take advice pertaining to your beauty, to your looks, to anything else pertaining to how you adorn yourself if a woman is always speaking negatively about other women. That woman, in my opinion, she does not like women. When women do not hesitate to gossip and put down the looks of other women, if a woman is comfortable calling another woman ugly, calling her clothes ugly, if she sits around and breaks down, tears apart other women and their looks, that is not a woman you want to get advice from pertaining to your beauty and how you adorn yourself. Because the way she feels about other women, I guarantee you, unless it's your mother, and sometimes even your mother can be just as bad as other women, they will give you that same kind of lackluster advice and make you feel bad about yourself if you let them. So ladies, being a beautiful woman, sometimes you are the standard. Sometimes you are their muse, meaning you are the one they look up to, they aspire to be, and that absolutely destroys them on the inside. When women have confused admiration, which is jealousy, toward other women, sometimes that will come out as being mean toward you. When women give you attitude for no reason and you just met them, oftentimes it's connected to how you look. And you might not think that you're anything to look at. You might think that you're an average looking chick, that you're just basic, that you're not, you're no kind of beauty queen. But ladies, sometimes you really are the standard in other women's lives. When they feel jealous of you or they start treating you mean and being catty towards you and you don't know them, you haven't had any interactions with them, but they're treating you very nasty, giving you nasty attitudes, nasty looks, it's because you look good, okay? That's just what it is. Women who mistreat women for no good reason, when they don't know them, is tied to how you look and how you carry yourself. And let's speak on the charisma piece. Because if you're a woman who has charisma, which is charm, if you are a woman who knows how to speak to other people and you kind of know how to vibe with whatever's happening, you know how to take a joke, you don't take yourself too seriously, you're able to have witty banter with other people. Forgive me for the ice cream truck music in the background, but if you're able to have witty banter and you know how to kind of just take a joke and take things easy, women will not like you for that simple fact either. Some women want you to be stiff as a board. They want you to be the kind of woman who doesn't know how to laugh, doesn't know how to smile, doesn't know how to just shoot the breeze with other people. And when you operate as a charismatic woman, as a woman who has a charming personality, that's also going to cause jealousy with other women. They don't want you to be likable. And if you're likable and you're cute and you're pretty, that's going to leave you being the muse for a confused fan, for a jealous woman. And that's none of your business. There's really nothing you can do to change that except for continue to be you. And I know some people, and I have to say this, some people will say, well, you're being conceited. If you think this way about yourself or you feel this way about yourself, you're being conceited. First, this video is not specifically about me, but I have been in these kind of situations where I have been treated poorly by women who later I find out were jealous. And this has also happened to people that I know. And I've also witnessed these kind of interactions and been around people who operate this way. And it's because they were haters. It's because the woman they were talking about, because my mind is not so clouded with jealousy and envy toward other people, I could recognize, why are they hating on Susie? She's beautiful. She's beautiful. She's always nice to me. She's always bringing me stuff. That's why they don't like her. Because other people like her. Because she's nice. Because she's kind. Because she's not full of drama and she's cute. That's why they don't like her. It's just the way it is. Some women are natural born haters. And if you are a woman who struggles with jealousy, don't feel bad. Because having jealousy or feeling jealous of someone, that is not evil. It gets evil when you are a woman who is not actively working on becoming a better woman, becoming more confident within yourself, so that you're not taking out your insecurity on other people. But ladies, sometimes you are the muse and the admiration for other people, and that's why they treat you. Other women, sometimes when they mistreat you bad, they treat you bad, they act like they don't like you. It's because you are everything they aspire to be. And they just feel they can't handle that. They can't reason that away within themselves. All right? Like and subscribe to the channel and share this content. Hit the notification bell so that you're aware when I post a brand new video. If you watch this video until the very end, put the high heel emoji in the comment section. I absolutely love to see it. Take care.